What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Savage Land. Welcome to another episode of The Field. Before we get into this massive COBRA count up on my builder troops, I wanted to kind of cover this diorama set that I use for the Alley Viper unboxing and tell people where it came from, because not a lot of people asked about it, but enough people asked about it for, let me just throw my man a shout out right quick. This actually came from High School Creations. Nothing recently, maybe about I would give it at the most 3 years ago, I brought these pieces from him. This is not one diorama set that he sold all together. It's actually one, two, it's kind of like 3/4. One being this set right here, where you see the apartment side building. That's a set. It also has another piece in here, and there all this stuff can be broken apart. You can see I'm moving it. It can be busted apart. It's held together by magnets. It has another wall to it where this is kind of like an enclosed set, but you can take it off and leave it open for shots. The next is this Bodega Pizzeria. That was a second set. And each of these sets also came with street pieces also. It also had a Hollywood video that went with it. I was supposed to get something else, not this Hollywood video, but this is what High School Creations sent to me. So it wasn't as advertised on the picture what I got sent to me, but I was cool with this. I was like, F it, it's a building, I'll run with it. And then my best piece from him, which the guy's name is Michael, and I'm pretty sure if you're in the community, you probably heard of High School Creations now. He done got big time. But when I found him, he was on Etsy, and he probably still is. And then I got the Bodega building, which he painted up Lando's Grocery on there for me. So he did some things by request, which was pretty cool. And his sets are very detailed, and I can't believe all this shit is like styrofoam. So I can't believe I had it this long and kept it. But it's very detailed, it's very good, and I am going to front. All of these together probably cost me about $900, which I probably would never ever do again. But I didn't get them all at once. I took my time with the pieces, and what's really cool about them, you can break them apart and make your own situation with them. And this is really kind of like the first time I've had all of these pieces up on a platform together and made them work. So it came from High School Creations. ACBA has been kind of helping him advertise diorama pieces. Now, he had a Kickstarter for diorama pieces called the Wall of DX Wall, but hopefully I'll have the information up on the screen. But that's who this came from, this diorama set. I did not make this. I brought this a couple years ago, and I took my time buying it, but High School Creations did it. Let's get into the Army build. All right, now for the moment of truth, the moment I really been waiting for, to finally get all of my COBRA Army builders in one place all together. And might I say, it exceeded my expectations. It met my expectations and went past it a little bit, man. It's actually awesome to finally see what I would envision in my head 2 years ago when I started putting this thing together with buying the infantry troopers. But it was a pleasure to unbox all these things. It was well worth the wait. I will say this, just like how I thought in my head, the blue part of the Army looks impressive pressed up against the other part of the Army, which the different colors with the different color Alley Vipers and Bats and Vipers. And here we got my man here with the guitar. That's kind of like his theme in my Army. Like he's gonna have that guitar. He'll never ever shoot a gun. Well, he might, but he's gonna have that guitar around his neck. I don't know who I got that from. I think I got it from Deadpool or somebody. I picked that prop up from, but it's my man Guitar. Man, he took a break from Animal Thug. Well, he's part of the COBRA Army, but he goes and plays with Animal Thug every now and then, the punk rock group. But I will say this, man, I am ready for a new COBRA commander. All in all, in the Army, we have 116 troops, and that's not including main players that's in the COBRA organization. So as far as blue shirts, I have 7 officers, which I have 55 total altogether. I have 7 officers, which brings it down to 48. I have 5 of the COBRA Island, which brings it down to 43. And the rest of the 43 is regular infantry troopers. So that's 55 blue shirts. That's what I call them. Officers, infantry troopers, whether it's regular release or COBRA Island. Then I have 10 Python patrol officers. So that's 65. I have
10 different iterations of these Vipers right here. So that's 75. I have 5 Python Patrol bats, that's 80. I have 5 regular bats, that's 85. 22 Alley Vipers, so that's 95, 105, 107. I have 5 of the ninjas, 3 red, 2 blue, so that's 112. So if I had 116, where's the rest? Oh, I got 2 mixed match troops from Alley Viper and Cobra, so that's 114. So where are the, and 2 Crimson Guards, that's 116. I was getting kind of lost in the count myself. So that's 116 troops, and it's not over with yet. Of course, we got some more troopers coming, but you see why now when I say there's no need for me to do a massive buy a massive amount of other troopers. I've already got the big bases, and this is a beautiful aerial shot right here. That looks like a real army, like overhead, just looking down. And the way I lined them up was good. It's all about the way the symmetry, I guess you would say. Man, look, I can't even talk up here today, but it's all about how you line them up, and that just makes it look beautiful. Almost makes it look like a marching band on a field. That's what they do. They kind of line up and play out or whatnot. But I thought I was able to take some pictures with them with the dioramas. I at least thought maybe I was gonna put like some dioramas in the background, but that is not happening. This is a 6-foot table by 4 foot wide, and they've took up every piece of real estate out on here. There's a few little gaps, but this thing is massive, man. Like I could never get it inside a diorama. But basically, you don't really need a diorama. It's really a set, a background within itself. You could have doing some action figure photography with this massive amount of troops in the background, and it will play off as a diorama for you. But you gotta have the space, you gotta have the real estate to do it. And when I build them on the shelf, I'm building up. But I would love to display them like the way that I have them on this table, but that'll never ever be possible. I just don't have the room now to do that. But had a joy laying these guys out, man, and they've stood up pretty well too. I've only had a few domino effects. And seeing Major Blood right there, man, still hands down, I still think he's the best Cobra figure that's ever been put out as far as classified. I mean, well, I haven't opened up my Serpentor yet, but that's just me. Just far as like a regular plain old Jane release, man, that dude's still badass, man. He's a true rock star. He definitely is. And 20 years from now, he'll definitely be legendary in this line as far as Major Blood. But I still can't wait to see how that Serpentor looks. And I also have a few key pieces in Cobra that I need to open up myself, like a Mindbender, Serpentor. I got Zorana. So I still have a few pieces, but for the most part, this was a huge hump on my back. I'm glad I got it off, and I'm glad I'm able to put it up on the shelf now and get it displayed where it belongs and not sticking up stacked up on a box and in pallets. So I'm glad I got it documented. I'm glad you guys were here to share this experience with me. And of course that I've got them out and open now, I'm gonna flex them. I'm gonna put them on camera more. I'm gonna show the beauty of the army, because that's what we're here for. And this is the Savage Land. We do this for the love and beauty of action figures. If you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe. And on this channel, we never, ever, ever, ever do it for the clout.
At the end of the day, you have to admit, this shit is sick as fuck. If you're a classified collector, you gotta admit this is what you want. All right, clout time is over with. Well, maybe never over with because I own this collection, but for right now, it's over with.
And with that being said, until the next time, God bless.